Welcome, everybody, to our first 2014 Super Saturday. So I'm going to go over a little bit of the agenda and kind of how this day is going to work. And then we'll kind of get started. I want to welcome everybody and talk about a few things. So, for our guests today in the room, welcome. We welcome you with open arms to our Fit family here. Today, as a guest, your role here is to just see what we're about. Take it all in. You know, don't try to figure out what we're doing, really. Don't try to figure out what's a challenge pack, how do I sign a coach up, what's Emerald mean, what's an elite coach? No, you just sit here and you just take in the energy, and at the end go to your coach and say, I want to be a part of whatever you guys are doing. I don't know what it is, it's crazy, but I want to be a part of it. So that's your role as a guest today, take it all in. Your role as a coach, whether you're a new coach or a elite coach who's been in this for years, is to take notes, take it all in. Two things you should not do. You should not go home and hear, you know, we're going to hear from four elite coaches, brand new elite coaches, or some are second elite coaches this year, and you're going to hear their top 5 tips. If what you're doing has been working, do not change everything and do what they're doing. Just kind of take, hey, you know, that's a really good tip, I'm not doing that. So take your top 3 to 5 tips that you hear today and implement that. Don't change your entire business, okay? Just implement a few things that's happening. When you get to Summit, not if, when you get to Summit, you're gonna do the same, you're gonna wanna do the same thing. I'll warn you until we get to Summit. But you're gonna wanna do the same thing. Just go in, take a couple tips away, don't revamp everything, don't get overwhelmed and go, oh my God, because you're gonna freeze. You're gonna just freeze and then not do anything. You're not gonna move. So that's what we also don't want you to do. We don't want you to hear everything and then go, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna get home and go, what just happened? And you're gonna try to change everything and you're gonna freeze. So we don't want that happening either. So this is exciting. I'm really, really excited. We have tons of cross-line teams here. And I love it, I love it. We have Craig Smith's team over here. What's your team at Fitness League, what is it? Fitness League of New England, I was getting there. Fitness League of New England team here, so they are in the, they're everywhere I'm sure, but majority, New Bedford, Taunton, Fall River, all that area down there, so they rock it. Phoenix, nice.
She came up here from Phoenix.
Nice. Congratulations. Thank you. Uh-oh, pressure's on. All right. Awesome, awesome. We have Amy Provenzano here. I don't think she found a seat, but she is on. There she is. She is a 5-star. I don't think she has her whole team here. She's from New York, but she made the drive and wanted to be part of our Super Saturday. So welcome, Amy, and thank you for coming. We have Keith Callahan, there he is in the back. He is a 5-star. Keith is my sponsoring coach, so his team, The Tribe, is here. And then my team, Team Passion, is here. And then I don't know, Fitness League might have been a little louder. And then we have 5-star Melissa Hadley and her team here. We all do a dance for Melissa Hadley and her team. And Christine Delastrito, we have her and her team. She's a brand new 5-star elite coach. So yeah, very, very exciting with everybody here. I'm sure I missed a couple, I'm sorry. But you guys get it. We're all here. We're all excited to be here together. I'm truly grateful for you guys pulling together. I get messages from all, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do? I'm like, just come, because it stresses me out to try to figure out what you can do. But we did. We had everybody come together and help with the registration people, help with the diamond meeting, help with all of it. So we truly appreciate it, and I love that you guys are all, we're just all one big family. Who cares where we fall? We're all here to do the same thing, and the trend of obesity, and just nip this thing in the bud and help thousands and thousands of people. So hopefully you get a lot out of today. You're gonna get some inspiration, you're gonna get some motivation, you're gonna get some education, because that's what we do as coaches. We educate, inspire, and motivate. You're not, I don't know if you figured this out yet, but you're not in the convincing business at all. So that can be a stressful part of being a coach. Someone comes back to you with objection. I can't drink Shakeology for this. I like to chew my food. I like to, It's always a fun one. I'm like, you can still chew your food. So all of those objections that you get, and usually when you get an objection, that first one is never the real objection. That second one is not the real objection. That third one is not the real objection. So you just gotta keep getting to the end, and then that final objection can be something crazy, and you just say, okay, and you move on. But trying to educate, inspire, and motivate. If someone says to you, I like to chew my food, I can't afford this, it's not your job to walk away. Your job is to try to educate them on the fact that they can still chew their food, and the fact that they can afford it, and share many stories of, if it's your story or someone else in your team's story that couldn't afford it either, but we found a way. So this is exciting, pulling these big numbers in. For now, we're gonna stay here. So I know you're always like, this is tight, it's too far. Sorry, this is where we're staying for a little bit until we can figure it out. It's really a pain in the butt to find a venue, just in case you are not aware. This is very hard. So we'll make it work, we'll move along, we'll get our workout in. But I wanted to also bring up, before I give you a quick agenda rundown, I don't know if many of you saw on Facebook, hopefully you're following Lindsay Matway. She is the top coach from last year. She did a big post about yesterday, and I put it in our team page, but she talked about, she put it in our 5-star wall, so hopefully it got out to you somehow. But she talked about building this business as a business and not a hobby. So many of you may have family members or spouses that are saying something like, you're not making any money, this is ridiculous, you're spending more than you're earning, all those things are happening. And if you've been doing this for a couple years and that's happening, the reason why is because you're treating this like a hobby. So you're gonna get paid like a hobby, which hobbies don't usually pay. So you definitely have to start treating this like a business. It's gonna take sacrifice. If your goal is to be a 5-star diamond elite coach, like those names that I mentioned in the room, you're gonna have to change what you're doing now. And it's gonna take some sacrifice. And I'm not saying that has to be everybody's goal. I'm just saying if that is your goal, you have to take some time. I remember seeing Christine Dwyer speak at one of the first summits that I went to, and she talked about sacrificing a lot for an entire year. So things like, if you from Sunday, this was me 3.5 years ago, that's why I'm bringing it up. I usually don't pick on people, it's usually from my personal experience. From Sunday night to Thursday, I knew what was going to be on TV from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and I had to put a DVR and shut a TV off downstairs and then go and watch a third show upstairs and try to get all those shows in. If that's your life right now and you have a goal to make 6 figures or be a 5-star elite coach, that can't be your life anymore. So you can certainly still watch TV. Some of you may or may not know I have a slight Shemar obsession on Criminal Minds. I share some pictures with you every once in a while. Mark then hits me over the head with something, but it's all good. So that is a show I still watch, because I kind of have an obsession. So that's my guilty pleasure each week, but I don't watch 17 shows that I used to watch before. Sorry, hanging head and shame. So, if you are the PTA mom, PTO mom, and you're the homeroom mom, and you the coach of basketball and softball and baseball. Super fun, super exciting. You're gonna get to do those things in the next 3 years, but take this first year and let go of some stuff so that you can focus on this business. It's gonna take some time away from your family, possibly. Sit down with your family. We sat down with our, she's now 7, but she was probably 5 at the time, and then the 1-year-old just sat there and thought it was a really cool family meeting at the table at the time. She's 3 now, but she was like, what are we doing? You know, just sat there eating some Cheerios or something. But sit the family down and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Tell them about Cancun, because that was huge. I told Samantha, we're going to Disney next year, so when I have that phone next to my head, mama, 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 shouldn't happen when that's here. I need you to, when I have the phones here and I'm sitting at my desk and I'm on the computer, you know, that's my time that I'm working so that we can go to Disney next year. So she would come to me at certain times of the day and say, do you have a minute, or are we working on Disney? So, seriously. So, honestly, they want to be a part of it. Let them be a part of it, no matter how, like I said, the 1-year-old was there for that business meeting. She had no idea what was going on. So make everybody a part of it. Some of the times, too, I would say to Mark, hey, I need about a half hour. I need to catch up on a couple or an hour. Can you keep the girls away from me? And I would shut and lock the bedroom door. Still, mama, mama, mama. Like their first word is dada, and then I don't think they ever say it again. Like mama, mama, mama. So ask your spouse, hey, can you take the kids away for an hour, you know, to the playground or somewhere else, so that you can sit with focused time. It honestly probably will if you have 2 hours of focus time, you can get a lot done. You know, and that should be focus time, like your phone is on vibrate or off, flipped over in another room. Oh, am I describing my life? Oh yeah. So if that phone is like right here and I'm working, I'm like, what's going on? What's going on the phone? I have like a twitch. So you have to, I get so much done in 2 hours when I'm not on Facebook or I'm not checking, you know, ooh, what's that shiny object? So really focus, take the sacrifice. It's gonna take a lot. And the one last point I wanna make, and we talked about this on our, I have a team page that I'm running for all of the coaches in the downline that wanna be 5-star elite coaches. There's about 20 of them, exciting. I posted something about self-discovery. So I can sit up here, you know, this may be the 7th time you've heard me talk at a Super Saturday or something, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do that when I get home, totally gonna do that. But until you get it, until you have that self-discovery piece, it's just not gonna happen. I can tell you till you're blue in the face how I got to, you know, 5-star elite and earned every trip since I started and have hit 42 months in a row of Success Club. You know, I can tell you how I did that all, but until you get it, nothing's gonna happen. So that self-discovery piece will be the piece that maybe is missing right now for you, and that'll come out in personal development and in just being consistent. It was funny, Keith called me the other night when I was doing our team call, and he was like, I called him right back after, he's like, oh, you're up? I thought you'd be sleeping. I'm like, no, I was doing my team call. He's like, that's right, it's Thursday, it's 9 o'clock. You're the most consistent person ever that I've ever met. You know, and that's it for me. I am consistent in my business and have been since August 2nd, 2010 when I started. Honestly, Mark will tell you, the girls will tell you, I've worked every day. Like Keith threatened to take my phone on Christmas 2 years ago. And it's because I love it. I just love it. So, and I get anxiety if I come back on Facebook and there's too many red notifications. Can't handle it. So, anywho, that's kind of my tips for you today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do some recognition. The elite coaches are gonna tell you, the elite coaches of 2013 are gonna give you their 3 to 5 tips on how they got there. We're gonna hear some success stories from Cheryl Mina and Michelle White. Then we're gonna watch the video. Then we're gonna do some Q&A real quick. A lot of the stuff that you're gonna hear in the video is gonna be in the Coach Online office on Monday with all the details and fine print and all that stuff, but we'll take some Q&A. And then Liz is gonna come up and do some raffles. So we have exciting raffles. So the raffle today is, we'll share this again at the end, but one of my coaches, Lauren, who sadly lost her brother in Afghanistan in December. So we decided, she's opening up a memorial fund and you know, giving, so we decided we wanted to do something like that today. But the cool raffles that you guys are gonna get in return, if your number is picked, is a hat that Chad gave us that he never wore. We have Herbal Immune Boost, Strawberry Shakeology, Go Pro for your personal development, a Derm Kit, and then Kit brought will get you. She does not have it in her possession at this time. Will get you. She brought Tony Horton. No. Did not happen. She will get you an autographed, signed copy from her big bro of P90X3. So, anyone want to go get a raffle? Sorry. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. So Mike Mullally is going to come up here and do some recognition.